Hey everybody, welcome to Robertfierrotarot. I am Robert Fierro, but please call me Bobby. The saying right here is not right. That should say Bobby and Joey, because I am joined today by Joey Potts, the Veiled Cottage Witch, one of my besties in the whole world. Somebody I turn
That's so
to.
nice.
You guys don't understand. Well, I hope you understand how important it is to have a friend that you feel comfortable with. Let's get rid of that namey thing first of all.
Bear with us.
Bear with us. Yeah, we'll figure it out as we go along. I'm not too worried about it right now. So what we're doing, Joey and I have been doing a series on tarot where we go through the cards systematically and give our personal interpretations on what the cards mean to us. A lot of people understand that the standard meanings everybody knows. All right, we all know the traditional aces are new beginnings, tens are endings, but each reader applies that little special something extra that's just for them that their spirit speaks to. That's what we're comparing. We're
Personal experience.
we're relating our personal experiences with cards to you guys, and we're interested to see what your guys' interpretations are. Um, like the Seven of Swords is my favorite example. When I get that, I say, "Oh, hey Chris, how you doing? Ghost Squad Scotland Network. We just went live. You're the first one on, Bubba." So, what was I saying?
Seven of Swords.
Yes, the Seven of Swords. Everyone sees it as theft, betrayal, all the negative things, but there's an aspect that I throw in, which is guilt.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
and I was surprised that other people didn't associate it that way or weren't aware that could be an association. Just because he ends up with the swords, does he feel guilty about it? I
Hi,
do.
Doreen.
Hi, Dory, my love. Um, does he feel guilty about what he did? Do those people feel guilty about something they did and they're giving this guy the swords as payment? You need to dig deeper into your own personal interpretations,
Right.
and you'll be surprised at what you find there. I guarantee it. But today, we are doing the suit of pentacles. We've done the major arcana,
Mm-hmm.
which was a 3 week thing for us. We got into it, 7 cards by 7 cards. It was cool and
Yeah,
cool.
I loved that. I loved it.
And we've done air, swords, fire, wands, cups, water, and today the manifestation of all of that, pentacles. Okay? This the earth sign. I said
Can I show the card that represents from the major arcana that represents for me that represents Pentacles the most?
what you got?
The Empress. She is the goddess of Pentacles. Look at all the manifestation. Look at all the prosperity, the physicality. You can almost touch and taste and feel this card. You know, there's so much of the physical plane represented here. You know, she's carrying physical life. She's pregnant. You know, you've got the fields, the lush background. You know, I mean, you can almost taste the pomegranate on her gown. You know, this is so representative of, to me, of Pentacles, of Earth, incarnate. You know, there's so much growth and fertility. So that represents to me.
Do you remember
Pentacles?
I don't know who it is in the deck I inherited from my mom, the Mythic Tarot, but I think the Empress is Demeter.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Mm-hmm. Very much so.
You see, what people don't understand about the Empress is they go for the growing. They don't lean into the sensuality of it.
Oh,
That
she's
is
very sensual.
how do you think she got pregnant? She is
Hello.
one of the most, she's the most sensual card in the deck.
Yeah.
And the True Black Tarot shows that.
Such luxury.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Glowing Light Intuition has joined us.
Hello.
Vivian has joined us.
Oh, I
Vivian,
love that name.
Right? It's beautiful.
Speaking of luxury, I mean, that's just a luxurious name.
It reminds me of the Miss of Avalon, Vivian.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody is joining us. Thank you. Welcome, my dear.
All right.
She was a lot of the people had joined me last night on 420 Tarot.
I saw you on. That's awesome. That's awesome.
It was a blast, so to speak.
I was getting blasted myself with my buddy, my bowlmate buddy.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So we were hanging out and watching Die Hard with a Vengeance, which is such an awesome Die Hard movie. I love Die Hard.
All right, do you consider Die Hard a Christmas movie?
The first one? Yes.
Okay. That is
absolutely
more debate.
It plays Christmas music throughout the whole movie.
It
takes place during Christmas.
Let's face it, when you hear Christmas, that's one of the movies you think of, whether it really is or not. Yeah. So, tonight, Pentacles. So Pentacles represents Earth. Earth represents growth, physical things, health, physical love, physical interactions, anything physical that you could touch with
material things.
Yeah.
Possessions. Very much so.
And I say health because it does deal with the body, which is physical. And one of the signs that is incorporated with Pentacles is Virgo, which deals with your health.
Yep.
What up, baby? So let's get started. The first card, I'm going to let Joey hold up her cards because
they're huge. They're bigger than my head.
These are mine. Let me explain about these, though. This was a gift from Miss Joey. It is the Radiant Rider-Waite, which I love. What I didn't like about it was the borders. And she offhandedly says, you get rid of those for you. So she did. And now it's palm size. It's perfect for me. I love it. No white crap. Yes. Thank you so much.
No labels. They're shiny and new.
So let's talk Ace.
What I love about the Ace of Pentacles, besides like this coin just being offered to you out of the, blue here, is that you have this gateway right here to this beautiful garden. And echoing back to the Empress, the gateway can be like the gateway of giving birth, the actual gateway, like the vagina. So this is like almost like a ticket to a rebirthing. Here's your chance. Here's your ticket to go through that gateway, through that womb, through that birthing, to renew yourself. This is your ticket to ride. This is your and there may be obstacles. You've got these really tall mountains here, but this is like a free ride.
See, those mountains are not clear on the Rider-Waite-Smith. They're just vague shapes of the mountain. That to me always says, don't worry about what's coming quite yet. The thing you need to worry about hasn't even formed yet. So stop putting the cart before the horse.
Right. But you've got not just a coin, but it's circled. So it's like really pay attention. Like this is a gift.
Let's talk about the pentacle for a second.
Please.
Pentacle. In a lot of decks, you get pentacles, coins, discs. All right. The Pentacles are chosen in this deck because they combine all the elements. They bring them together, the 5 elements: earth, air, fire, water, spirit. Um, it's a manifestation of all those things. That's why Pentacles are used. So you see a lot of decks use coins because it's money. It's physical, financial money, right?
Mm-hmm.
There are some decks that use discs. Choice, right? The only disc deck I really like.
Toast? You say toasted?
No, I don't like those either.
Oh.
I really don't. I'm happy when it's just plain old Pentacles. To tell you the truth.
Well, it represents the physical body as well, you know.
It's honest to me. When you try to turn it into coins or discs, you're kind of changing the elemental meaning of it for me. You know, and so this is a personal choice. This is what we're talking about here. I prefer if I see Pentacle on it. Now that hand that's offering it to you, that's the divine. That's a divine gift. The divine gift, possible wealth, possible good health. And I say possible because this is untapped potential. Aces are possibilities that are. What is that? Did I lock a cat in the room? Hold on, I'll check.
But yeah, I mean, it's potential not yet realized. So you have this gift, but it's up to you what you do with it.
Yes. Now that gate is, how are you going to walk through? How are you going to do this? Right. What I've never understood though.
Ooh. Moira said Moira says I see aces as seeds.
Yes.
Very nice. I like that.
All the aces are seeds. They're possible. Not all seeds take root.
Yep.
Okay. I'm growing some plants right now, and some of them.
Yes, you have to nurture it.
Yeah.
A seed put in a plant, and you tuck it away, and you forget about it. You don't water it. You don't tell it it's pretty. Just so important. And you don't give it the love that it needs. It's not going to do anything. You have to nurture it. This is like a free ride to college, but if you don't keep your grades up, you're going to lose that scholarship.
It's a possibility. Now the lilies, is it longevity?
Oh, it's
purity? Probably purity. You guys, hi Jenny. Jenny is just starting to learn with me. Yeah. I'm sorry I didn't call you back, my dear. I honestly fell asleep after the reading. I told her, let me call you back in 5 minutes. And I lay down just like that for a few, and I was out.
Famous last
woke
words.
up an hour later.
Lay down for a few minutes.
Yeah. Anyway, the aces are untapped potential. Go with it. All right. Explore new beginnings, new opportunities when that card comes up. Now, upside down.
Ironic, what we were talking about earlier, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. New options, new possibilities. When it's upside down, you may be limited in your options. You may be.
That hand is blocking you.
You may be blocked in something you're trying to get off the ground, a new business venture. There may be something impeding it. Doubt. Something you haven't wrapped up from the last cycle may still be in effect that's blocking you.
For sure.
It's never a bad thing. It's just an informative thing. It's saying your possibility is being limited. Yep. Please look into it.
Yep. All right.
Now.
This dunce. He's wearing a dunce cap. I call him a dunce.
I always thought it looked like a condom.
That too.
He's a dickhead. You're never going to be able to unsee it. So the homie here is juggling. Now we're into signs. You have astrological associations. All right. This is Capricorn. Capricorn,
That's my sun sign.
at the beginning, this guy is juggling his wealth. He's juggling this new possibility that he's got. He's trying to decide what to do with it. And I've always read this card as taking too long to decide. Okay.
Yeah, I can see that.
You're farting around. Is what it is when I see this card. You're
Like
farting around.
procrastination a little bit.
Yeah, you're juggling too much. And depending on what's around it, it may be you're juggling too much or you're oh, Jamie's Cowboys is here. What up, baby? How you doing? Um, you may be trying to juggle too much and you're focusing on the wrong thing because right behind him is some water that's all a fuckered up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very much echoing his stance.
He's not really paying attention to what's happening around him. He's so focused on this one thing. Right? That to me is beware of everything you're trying to juggle. What do you get when you get this card?
When I get this card, I think you're trying to do too many things at the same time. It's like you're cooking Thanksgiving dinner all by yourself and you've got everything going on at once and you don't have the mindset to take care of everything because you're trying to do too many things at once and you cannot pay attention to everything at once. Like too many responsibilities. Like you are trying to do it all when you just need to maybe delegate.
Capricorn deals with your image in the world, how you're physically representing yourself.
Yeah, people pleasing.
Yeah, people pleaser. So when it's upside down.
Guilty.
Yeah, but we're on her about that now. She's getting better. You really are delegating.
There's a t-shirt that I really want to get that says, I'm a recovering people pleaser if that's okay with you.
Okay. That sums it up. That literally sums it up. We have the Two of Pentacles upside down. You're starting to drop the ball. All right. Shit's about to get real.
Well, and you really see that that infinity symbol. It's like if you don't change, it's going to be this way for the rest of your life. You've got to make a change, or it's just going to go round and round and round and round and round and round and round again.
There's got to be a change. All right.
But yeah, you're going to drop a ball. You're going to burn something in the kitchen.
And here's the thing. One of the worries I get when this card comes along is that when you drop the ball, you're not going to be the only one that suffers for it.
Yep.
Okay. The number 2 always stands out to me when I get this card. The
doing
limit
it endlessly. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. You're always doing it. If you're doing it in the kitchen, you're doing it in your love life, or you're doing it in your psyche. You're doing it internally because you're doing it externally. Absolutely.
Now, if you get this card in the middle of, say, a Queen of Swords and a Queen of Cups, this person could be juggling women. This person could be juggling the energy of whether to love something or walk away from it. Twos are decisions, remember.
Yeah.
They're choices, polarities.
Very much so.
I love that word, polarities.
I know, me too. I also like dichotomy.
Dichotomy is one of my favorite words.
I know. I love it. It's like, yeah.
I am a dichotomy. Now we have the 3.
3. This is a pretty dark, really dark card. And it's because you're inside of a place that has no light because it's a construction site initially. Because you've got a building being built. And things have to come together. Plans have to be made. Right?
Yeah.
This is a card about coming together, working together.
This is a card about community. All right. This is a card about growing your community, working with that community towards achieving a goal. You've got the artist, the architect, and
Like,
who was it? The artist, the architect, and
like
the beast got his head shaved. He's the priest. Okay,
yeah,
that
yeah,
that
yeah.
they're working in. Oh,
Yes.
it's scaring me.
I know. No, like the friar.
The friar.
Yeah.
Thank you, the friar.
Yes.
What
love life?
love. When you see the Three of Pentacles, it's a group of people coming together to work on a project, a goal, planning something for the family.
Come together right now over me. I love that song. All right.
The Three of Pentacles is in the third decan.
Mind, body, and spirit working together? Yes, very much so.
Yeah. This is not third. This is the second decan of Capricorn. This is where you're strongest. Okay. This is right in the middle of organizing everything.
Yeah.
Organization.
We are so simpatico. There's another awesome word.
It also says you need to take other people's right now.
Yes.
You need to take other people's opinions into account when this card comes along. All right. Put your ego down.
Yes.
Because you have something you need to accomplish. And unless you work together, it's not going to happen.
Yep.
It's not going to get off the ground. And if it's an art project you're working on with somebody else like this, it's not going to look good at all.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Which is what you get when you turn this card upside down. The Three of Pentacles upside down says shit got real with people you're working with, or it will.
Someone didn't do their job.
Someone didn't do their job. One person may be carrying more of the load than everybody else, which happens a lot in group projects.
Yep.
This says that project is about to fail or has already failed.
Ruh-roh. Yep, Jenny.
And the reason it's failing is because you weren't willing to meet everybody on their terms, and they weren't willing to meet you on yours. There was no meeting of the minds.
Or you didn't read the fine print.
Ooh, that's a good one. You didn't read the fine print, and now you're dealing with the fallout from it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Since it is Capricorn, if this card's upside down, there may be a bad thing happening. There may be something that happened that people are looking at you differently now.
Right. A breach of trust.
A breach of trust. Gosh, you're so good with the words. Me no good.
Or you did it all yourself. Yeah.
That's exactly
people
right,
didn't
Moira.
pull their weight. Yep, exactly.
I have worked on so many projects throughout my life where I had to do a lot of the heavy lifting in the thinking department because I was basically working with party animals.
Selfish.
Which I was a party animal, but come on, priorities, you know?
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
So if you get this card upside down, it's very important that you look at your ability to work with other people and the dynamics involved.
Recheck your contract.
It could also be family. Okay, these people could all be family members that you're having trouble meeting.
Just because they're family doesn't mean you can trust them.
Yes.
They're people. Can't trust everybody.
You know what the worst thing I get is if I put my boundaries down with a family member. This only happened a couple times in the past. And I'm rude about it once that they reach a certain point. And they're like, "Hey, I thought you were supposed to be the spiritual one." And I have to explain that being spiritual does not mean allowing people to walk all over you. First of all, the god and goddess that I work with, you do not fuck with. All right. I know how to set my boundaries. I worship the god of boundaries, and I will defend my boundaries. So,
Word.
yeah, when you get that 3 in reverse, that sets me off.
Yeah.
I will protect my boundaries.
Yeah. No matter what.
Threes
Still
are
important.
about growth. So one of the interpretations is you could be working towards building a family. Okay? So many interpretations.
Yeah.
4.
Ebenezer Scrooge.
So the neat thing about him is he's sitting down facing you. The only cards that are seated facing you are court cards and royalty in the major.
Yep, and he's got a crown.
He thinks he's entitled to what he has. I always read this card as entitled. All right, a miser who feels they're right, and I get that from the negative Capricorn mindset.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Somebody who holds on to everything, will not cut loose a penny, will not help in any way, shape, or form, but will smile and tell everybody how much money they have and how they're capable of doing anything. All right, this is not a happy card for me. I don't like it. It's called the miser card, and I think that's one of the reasons I like it.
Yeah. I mean, well, first of all, he is blocking his heart chakra.
Oh, yeah.
And so not only is he not sharing his money, he's not sharing his love. He is not letting anybody into his heart. So not only is he financially blocking anybody from sharing or anything, but he's also not letting anybody into his heart. So he's not sharing his heart or his money. So this is definitely someone who is closed off, not only financially, but emotionally. So this guy is,
Let's look at it in progress.
Yeah.
We had the Three of Pentacles where there was harmony working together with other people to build something. This is the result of it. One person may have gotten rich from it, and now they're definitely being selfish with their material wealth. Let me just say real quick, we are not taking readings today, my buck. We are.
You can ask a question about a card.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, we can. If you have a question about the cards we're talking about, please do ask.
Oh, Laura definitely could be a hoarder. Absolutely.
Oh, gosh, yeah. He's not just holding this card. He's holding it like this. He's embracing
mine,
it.
Mine.
Nobody's getting this away from him, out of his cold.
Try it out of my cold, dead fingers.
He's also set himself outside the city, or he's separated from the city.
Turned his back on them.
He's turned his back on his people. He's just focused on his wealth. The Capricorn aspect here is at its worst.
Insecurity. Very much insecurity and fear of poverty. Absolutely. Especially, we don't know his background. He could come from a poor background. And then, because he's finally got money, he's not willing to share it.
He's not a good king.
Yeah.
He's not a good king.
Right.
So when you pull this card, and does it apply to the person you're reading for, or does it apply to someone they're coming in contact with?
They will know.
That's the trick.
They will know.
Yes. You can.
It's kind of like the bully card in the swords, the Five of Swords. You know if you're the bully or if you're being bullied. You know that. You know.
Now, when that card is reversed, it's at its worst. This person is arrogant. They're cruel. It's gone past being arrogant. They're neglectful of their surroundings physically. They don't clean the house. They don't watch the kids. They're focused only on one thing: obtaining wealth and money. All right, holding on to what they have. On the flip side of that, if you get this card and your question is, am I going, my relationship's going through a rough patch right now. Are we going to break up? If you get it upright, I'm saying there's a chance to fight for it. Hold on. If it comes upside down, I'm not going to tell you there's no hope. What I am going to tell you is, are you doing everything you can to hold on to this? Or are you just expecting to happen?
Well, to me, when it comes up reversed, this is obsession and it could be possession. And if it's a relationship, this is dangerous to me. Now,
True.
Jenny, to go a little bit further in what you were asking, the cards around it will definitely tell you whether it's them or another person.
Remember, this is Capricorn still. Capricorn is associated with the major arcana card of the devil. All right, so if you're having trouble understanding different aspects of 2, 3, and 4 of Pentacles, those are all Capricorn cards. All right, think of the devil card. Material possessions, holding on to shit. All right, it's not a spiritual set of cards by any means. All right, it's all about physical obtaining. Obtaining. Yeah, what I said.
Okay. Moira says reverse could mean that you're not saving, you're spending too much. Yes, especially if there's cards around it to indicate that. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
It's always like when we do these cards singly, it's really hard to nail down exact meanings.
Yeah.
You're always going to find context to be your indicators of which one of those meanings. You're always going to look at the cards around it.
His shoes are red. Money is his passion.
Yeah.
All right. Anytime you see red, it's fire, passion. All right. It's involved somehow. His spirituality is money. He's wrapped in purple. Purple is associated with spirituality. Yeah. So let's put him aside.
All right. Yes. Dun, dun, dun.
The fives. This is the card of material trouble. Is what it's
poverty.
Called. It's the poverty card. The 5 of Pentacles is you're now into fixed earth, right? Now questions of security come into play. This card indicates financial trouble, illness, poverty, losing your house. I mean, it doesn't have to mean all those things. These are possible interpretations. Okay.
Right.
Either way, it's not a great card. It says you need to look closer at your physical world, your health, your money. If you've just gone through a big loss, this card is an indicator that help is available to you.
Use your resources.
Use your resources because they're right outside this church. All right. That's what these pentacles are here. Fuck.
Help is right there. You just need to ask for it. This is about swallowing your pride.
Yeah.
And getting the help you need. You may not want to apply for welfare or unemployment or to go live in a shelter, but it's time. It's winter. Look how cold it is. Get some help.
There's a man and a woman. Now, the dude is looking up at the church. He knows they need help. He realizes help's available. Getting the other person to do it is the trick.
Is it the tree of life in the window?
No, there's only 5.
Not
I see. It's the actual tree. If you guys have been watching the series,
of the tree of life, not the whole tree of life, but it's part of it.
If you guys have been watching the whole series, Joey takes great joy in pointing out things I haven't realized before. I love it. I learn new things every time we do this. I didn't mean to cut you off there.
But we know that the boy with the crutches.
I knew Tim.
he's wearing a bell, so we know that he has some disability because he's wearing that bell.
Yeah, that was an indicator.
The indicator that he could get lost. So we know he's in need of help.
Yeah, that's an interesting question. Point. It could be neglect. All right, when this card comes up, especially if it comes up in reverse.
For sure.
All right, this could be child neglect. It could be neglect in a relationship. It could be neglect at work, not getting recognized for everything you do. It's associated fives are associated with the sphere of Gevura on the tree of life. Okay, like we'll get to the tree on the 10, but it's
spoiler alert.
It's the fifth sphere, and it is ruled by the planet Mars, the planet of aggression. The fives are designed, well, they're not designed to shake things up. They recognize that things being shaken up is a necessary progress. All right. You need to be shaken up sometimes, so to speak, to realize what you have. This is the dark spot. In all the suits, fives push it to their darkest space.
See, I see reversed fives as release cards. So for me, when the 5 is reversed, you finally get the help that you need. You finally have found the salvation that you need, and help is on the way. So see, we all read different. And so I finally, if you are neglected, you have gotten the help that you need. There's hope here.
Are you neglecting somebody? Are you being neglected? Are you about to get the help you need? Are you refusing to get the help you need?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. This is Taurus. It's fixed Earth. Okay. Taurus is the most stubborn. You think stubborn like a bull. That's where they get the saying.
The mother or the older person right here is that way for sure.
Yeah, I think that stubbornness comes into play big time here. When this card comes up, ask yourself those difficult questions. I'm all about facing trouble. Don't turn away from it. This card is an indicator something may be out of balance in your physical realm. Take a look at it. At least for me, allow me to say that. After the fives, we get the harmony of the sixes. Okay, 6 is the sphere of Tiferet on the tree of life. It's right in the middle. Think chakras, it's the yellow one right there. Boom, smack dab. It's the harmony spot where everything just lines up well. When this card shows up, financially and physically, good health is there. You're in a position to where you have enough to hand out to other people. Okay? You can provide for people in the manner you would like to. It can also mean that people are coming to you for handouts. Okay.
And you got to be careful who you trust to give that money to.
There's a scale.
Yep.
Okay. You have to decide whether or not to do this. It sounds kind of harsh, but you come first. All right. Make sure you're taken care of before you start handing shit out to other people.
Because not everybody can be trusted. Because there's, some people that can be trusted and some people that may already have the means to, we've got this person here, we've got this person here, right? And this person already has like a lottery ticket or a theater ticket maybe in their pocket. And, he's giving this person money, he's not giving this person money. So this person can afford a theater ticket or a lottery ticket or whatever he has. So this person doesn't really need a handout. This person does. So that's why this person is giving this person money. And did you know that this is the only card in the entire tarot deck that actually shows money exchanging hands?
Oh, yeah.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I did it again. Yes.
The House of Taurus deals with what you value, right? What you put your value on. This card is asking, where are you giving your resources to? All right. Do they deserve it?
Yeah.
Are you balancing out what you need to give? Right? Is somebody pissed at you because they think you're not giving what they want? When we get it upside down, that's a definite possibility. You're refusing to give somebody something. Somebody's refusing to give you something. There's a definite sense of refusal, though, when I get this upside down.
Imbalance. Yeah.
And it's not just not able to get the money. Somebody's refusing is how I read it because of the Taurus stubborn aspect.
You may be giving but not getting anything in return.
Yeah.
Or vice versa.
So your motives for giving come into play also. Why are you giving somebody something? Is it because you want something from them? Are you giving freely? Are you trying to rope them into a contract through the back door? Yeah. Oh,
in
that's
the guise
true.
of a
Yeah,
merchant. Yeah.
that is true.
So yeah.
In the guise, described the wealthy man as a man in the guise of a merchant.
Yeah. He's wanting money for his business, not for his.
Yeah, he's going undercover
stuff
to try to get more than he
Yeah.
deserves. And that would be the guy in the yellow, the merchant, because yellow is associated with commerce, thought, and things like that. It's a Hermes thing. The other one is, like you say, has that in pocket, but that's blue. That's emotion. That's water. So are you giving to thought or emotion? There's another aspect that comes into play.
Yeah.
Everybody has their own shit that they have associated with these cards.
Yep.
One of the things that I saw and made me giggle was that he's got a fur-lined coat. And that just struck me as one to say, fur is bad. Don't do fur.
Yeah, you don't really see it in the classic.
Right. Yep. All right.
It's all extra in the Radiant.
7 of Pentacles.
Yep.
Now,
reap what you sow.
Reap what you sow. When I get this, I always read it as, is it too late? Have I waited too long to harvest? Because the plants on here, the story behind, I think they're potato plants. I'm not sure. I can't remember.
They look like.
The idea is that if you leave them on the vine too long, they spoil and become poisonous and toxic and stuff like that. And he's wondering, have I waited too long?
Yeah.
Is this crop good enough? It's definitely a card for me of consideration.
Yeah.
Reevaluating your physical world,
priorities,
your money. We're still in Taurus here. This is you're looking at what you value. You're giving it the thought it deserves. For me, this is how I read it. And what you got, boo?
Well, don't plant seeds that you are not going to harvest. Like, don't start a business if you can't keep up with it. Don't give your phone number out if you're not going to answer the phone. You got to reap what you sow here. And you started this. This is your responsibility. So don't get upset when things start happening. You set this ball into motion, and now you got to keep up with it. Yeah.
We're still
So
into stubbornness here.
yeah.
With stubbornness and value with Taurus.
It's like, oh, this garden is producing all this stuff. How'd this happen?
Yeah.
Well, you planted seeds, dumbass. And that's what happened.
There's definitely a sense of now what the fuck do I do?
Right.
Okay.
It's that taking stock, an opportunity to reassess and adjust. Yeah. It's like, well, now you're going to have to hire help or something, because if you can't keep up with it, it's still going to grow.
Absolutely.
It's still going to grow. So, you know.
Moira sees it as a talking stick, an opportunity to reassess and adjust. That's what sevens are. Sevens are the point where you reevaluate, you reassess. When you get this card upside down, you may be refusing to look at things in a realistic manner. Are you deluding yourself into thinking you have more than you have? Are you deluding yourself into thinking that little cough is just a little cough when in reality it's developing pneumonia? This is not paying attention to your physical world, your physical self, not looking at things properly for me.
Yeah.
Now, remember, the Seven of Cups is the one with all the choices in the air. Which direction is he going to go? It's the same thing. What direction am I going to go in? Have I made the wrong choice? But fear not, because in our next card,
I love this card.
The 8.
I love this card. This is me in my cottage, trying to get it right. After I've failed a couple of times trying to get the right formula, and doggone it, I'm going to get it right.
I just see a Muppet skit with the explosion in his head. I just see that.
Yes.
Her going, damn.
I'm going to get it right. I have to order more stuff, but I'm going to get it right.
So the 8 of Pentacles is the card of mastery. It's the card of working your ass off to make sure you do something right. It's working towards a goal.
Yes.
8s are 2 4s. 4s are stabilization, security, structure. All right. This is 2 of those. So we had that shake up, that rebalancing, secure again.
Now I got it.
This is fortitude.
Very much so.
8s are all about fortitude, hanging on. Yes, I made the right decision, and I'm seeing it through. Look at me work my ass off.
Yep.
And that's exactly what he's doing.
These are all the pentacles that he is going to take to market. These are all perfect. These are the ones that are not quite. So he's thrown them aside. He's working hard and diligently. You know, he's got his little worker outfit on. He is chiseling away. He's working hard. He's probably been at it all night without rest, without lunch, without a break, without a cigarette break or a weed break or anything. For shame. But no, he is diligent.
Yeah.
And then when you get it reversed, it's shoddy craftsmanship.
Taking shortcuts. Now we're definitely into the area where somebody is asking, who did this shit?
Yeah. My shit's whack. I need a refund. This is
crap. Are 2 4s, stabilization, when it's upside down like this, that's stabilization from the 4 becomes tension.
Yep.
All right. It becomes a bad thing. It takes it to a bad place.
Knows where to focus his energy and work with determination. Exactly. Lesson learned. Now I got it. Very much so.
This card I love because a lot of the cards I don't notice their clothing, but on his I notice the red stockings and the blue tunic, which is passion and emotion. He loves what he's doing.
Absolutely.
All right. That's the key to success, is loving what you do. Joey and I both love what we do.
Absolutely.
This is probably one of my favorite cards in the
Me
deck
too. Me
because
too.
it says don't take those shortcuts. Work for it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Think of the Tower card.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The Tower card happened because there was no security. It was not built on proper foundations. This is you building those proper foundations.
Yep.
All right. When it gets upside down, like Joey says, shorty craftsmanship, shoddy craftsmanship, shitty work,
Yep.
Poor working
Walmart
conditions.
fall apart.
Yeah, well, this may be shitty working conditions. You
Mhm.
may be in a work environment that you're not able to do your best work.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and again, it depends on the cards around it.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So there's that.
Now we're ready for the 9. 9 of Pentacles. I have lots of feelings and thoughts about the 9 of Pentacles.
The 9, yes, you want to go first?
I have lots. I don't like her.
Why?
Okay, here's why, and I'll tell you why. It's because of the hooded falcon that she has. Okay, and she's okay. That falcon is hooded and tethered, and so is she.
And that's that.
Okay.
Okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you the
She's tethered to that land just like that falcon is tethered to her hand. She has no family that we can see. She is tied to that garden. She's tied to that land. You know, maybe she's an independent woman that doesn't need no man, but there's no love. There's Yes, she's a bird in a gilded cage.
I knew you were going to say that.
That's what
Oh,
she
yeah.
said.
Okay, boy.
Yes, because her joy is coming from the environment, the land. Well, good for her, but that falcon is symbolic of her, and that's why I don't like her.
That is how I view it when it is a rebirth.
Okay. I will hear you out. Tell me the positives. I will hear you out.
The positives of this is we are now into Virgo with the 8, 9, and 10. The 9 is growth, good health, good money. You've established yourselves in the 8. Now it's time to relax. 8.
What about the snail?
I'm getting there.
Yeah.
Slow down. Slow your tits. All right. Calm your tits. Enjoy the growth that is happening. All right.
Poor lady in situation. I think so too.
Now, I admit being trapped is not the first, being tethered is not the first thing I think of. I think of good health because
I
of
mean, she looks healthy.
the Virgo association. It's the first, or right in the smack dab middle of the decans of Virgo.
Mm-hmm.
This is lush, good health. The grapes remind me of Bacchus. Reason to celebrate. A partying, calming your tits. Good. I've always had it, and if the only thing I don't like is that it looks like she's wearing a little sailor suit under her dress, and that's like
I just don't like the hooded
hooded bird. I get that.
Birds should be free.
Grapes are growth, wine of the gods, things like that.
I know. This is normally not a bad card, but here we go with personal experience. See, I would not want to be her.
I do read this card as arrogance sometimes.
Yeah.
Very
look at me and the beautiful lush card. Well, good for you. This is not how I would choose to.
Now, it does what you say raise an interesting question about the woman and the bird. She's looking at the bird saying, oh, look how well I take care of you. I'm wonderful. But the bird's hooded and isn't able to fly free. It's a hunting falcon. Why does she need a hunting trap?
Yeah.
Yeah. Birds should be free, Glow. That's right.
Yeah. So, I mean, if that aspect wasn't there, I might like her better. But
This is why we
that
do
one
this.
aspect, I just can't get on board.
I've got
But
some
when this
time to
shows
do
up for other people, that's usually a good thing. But I do like, be careful that you are not tied down to anything.
Hold up the Empress card with that. Now, they're both cards of lushness, growth, fertility, but this is how you do it with freedom and grace.
Yes.
This is doing it with a little bit of authority and what's it called? Tyrannish, I guess.
Yeah.
Entitlement. That's
we got a little bit of entitlement there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you put her next to the Empress, I can see it.
Thank
Definitely
you.
like that.
I rest my case.
Speaking of resting cases, the last card in our series tonight.
There's your tree of life.
There's the tree of life. It starts up here that I'm using. Starts up here and it goes down this way, all the way through. Okay.
And this is the only card you get to see the inside of the castle.
Yeah. This is a card of we did it. This is a card because I view it from the old man sitting down.
Yeah,
a lot of people,
the whole generation, the whole family.
A lot of people view it from different ways. I've had readers who tell me they view it from the man's view, the woman's view, the kid's view.
I think it's the whole generation.
It's the whole generation. It's the whole thing. It's your family tree. It's your lineage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is the story.
Generation. So in the Five of Pentacles, are we seeing the bottom of the tree?
In the Five of Pentacles, the 5 is right here. It's not actually the tree of life that's being shown here. The 5th sphere, it goes
the dog's view.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right there, crosses over. Okay. That's Gibura. That's where shit shakes up and gets unpleasant. Then you go into the 6s for rebalancing. 7 into Netzek. Netzek. That's ruled by Venus. Okay. I am never gonna grow up. All right. Ever.
Refuse.
8s are into Hod, which is the sphere of communication. Not 9 is net. Yesod. Sorry. Yesod. It's actually 9 is the end of the tree of life.
The 5 is kind of like on the outside of the castle. Kind of, yeah.
The 9s are the end of the tree of life. The 10s are actually the fruit of the tree of life. Okay, it is the physical manifestation of the entire tree. This is the culmination, the outcome. This is 10s is your retirement. 10s is what you've worked all this time for. To me,
total support by all those around you.
It's confidence, knowing you are taken care of and that you have left the means to take care of other people.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
This is your bloodline. If somebody's trying, like I've had spirit guide readings when you're trying to help somebody connect with their spirit guides.
Oh, very much.
If this card shows up, somebody in your bloodline is wanting to work with you. They're willing to help with you. Could be a lot of people. All right, just look in that direction.
Weirdest card in the deck to you. That's interesting.
Yeah. I'm curious as to why. Why don't you type in a response to that? Because, there are weird cards.
There's a lot going on in this deck. In this card, for sure. There's so many layers to this. His cloak is very weird. I'll give you that.
Yeah, it's the code.
No one but the dogs give a shit about the old man.
Sad. Yeah, that
Jenny,
could
I'm
be
glad you're
read that
enjoying
way.
this. We want you to come back for sure.
The
Ken makes you think someone who has completed their life for sure. The old man is definitely getting up there.
Now, when it's upside down, that life could be coming to an end, but don't tell your client that. We don't tell physical death. We don't say shit like that,
No,
right? That's
don't do that.
at least if you're working with me, I don't do that. None of my
Not a
friends
good.
do that. You can
I'm
talk
not a
about
doom and gloomer
you can
either.
talk about the energy around the situation,
Mhm.
but like there's a reader who told one of our friends her sister was going to die. Another reader I heard about today telling their client that their husband was going to commit suicide. You know, you can't be saying shit like this, right?
No. I would just say maybe that you don't have the support um, financially or emotionally. Um, maybe that you thought you had. Maybe you need to reach out and see if there's any mending fences that you need to do
Yes.
or
Okay.
that you can do.
Now, because of that old man's cloak, I do view myself kind of like him, just the oddball.
He is kind of odd,
He's earned the right to be odd. So when this card comes up,
eccentric,
eccentric. Definitely.
for sure, eccentric.
Um, yeah, it's completion. It's enjoy the fruits of your labor because it deals with the 10th sphere, Malkuth, which is the world, our world. This is it, right? This is earth, I mean, fire, water, spirit, and air all combining to create earth, right?
Mara says, like you're going to die for recreational purposes only.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yes.
You don't tell your clients that.
Yeah, I do energy readings. I don't take questions. That's just me. And like when I do take questions, I even kind of reframe their questions. So
I take questions. I dig my teeth in.
I
I'm like,
can't.
okay, let's do this shit.
I have gotten way too many questions that I don't want to answer, and I put myself up against a wall, and I
Oh,
just can't.
you know what? It's interesting you say that. I've learned over the years to say, nope, not reading that. No, every tarot reader has their own set of ethics. We do have our own set of exits too if a reading's going
Like
bad.
I can read the energy around that, but I'm not gonna tell you definite. Nope.
Yeah, you can't do that. So, in conclusion, the 10 of Pentacles is the culmination of the entire suit of Pentacles. It's everything you've worked for in one card. Right? How you view it and the rest of these cards is totally up to you. These are only suggestions that we're throwing out and how we view them. All right. I view certain cards in a way other readers think I'm nuts for viewing.
I think you're nuts, not because
right.
But I think we want to encourage and inspire you to come up with your own definitions for sure. And take what we say or throw it out.
For instance, I'm going to come up with a definition right now. From now on, one of the definitions I'm going to do is there may be an element of sneakiness in not being seen because of that little child over there peeking around the leg in the background. That's how you create associations. Dun, dun. Yeah, that little kid has always freaked me out, first of all. Why is she trying to grab the dog's tail? Is she petting it or what?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
There's so many directions.
Keep your eyes open. Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
So thank you for joining us on our tarot journey. Before we end, we're going to open up the floor just in case anybody has questions. I'm pretty sure we covered anything, but we've had some really good questions tonight. What's the date?
priorities to tell someone when
Yeah.
they move out here?
It's pointless to tell somebody when they're going to die. We're not God. We shouldn't play God. We are not the authority. We are messengers, if anything. We spread the information. Okay. If divinity is trying to get a message to you and you came and are sitting in my chair, I'm going to channel that message to you. Whether you want to follow it or not is up to you. All right. We're back to choices and walking through that gate in the ace. All right. It's up to you what to do with that box. All right. Well, you're very welcome.
Laura says you have the other suits, and yes. We have those. They are already on Bobby's channel.
Yes. However, we have one more video to go, and it's the one we have been looking forward to and dreading both at the same time.
I love the court cards.
We're going to cover all the court cards.
We get to talk about people.
And we're going to talk about reading them as people and as energy both. So please hit the, I'm going to say it like this, I always want to do, smash that like and subscribe button. And be notified when Joey and I go live. Please do check out The Veiled Cottage Witch on YouTube. I believe all the links are in the description box. So go to her site, support her on YouTube.
And my website.
We are not certain about the when yet because of the Christmas and holidays about to hit us. We're going to talk about that right now. It may not be for a couple weeks, though.
Yeah.
We want to do it after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
When things have died down.
Soon.
But definitely.
Soon.
Please stay tuned. Thank you for joining us this evening. We love you all, and we'll talk to you later.
Goodbye. Thank you for being a friend. Travel